You're listening to the Pure Fury Creations Entertainment Network. The views and opinions expressed on this episode are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or philosophies of the PFC Entertainment Network or any of the affiliates that make this show possible. This show has also been rated M for mature audiences only. This is Creepy Soup on the PFC Entertainment Network.
I am Jenny. Nope, I'm not. I was looking at you. Jesus Christ. I am Jill.
I'm Jenny.
I was looking at your name. What the fuck was that? All right. You know what? I'm going to blame it on, I've only had a couple sips of coffee. I'm going to blame it on that. Couple announcements I want to make. One is, if you listen on the various Spotify, iHeart, any of that, you're no longer going to find us on our regular Creepy Soup page. You can still find episodes 1 through 99. But 100 on up is on the PFC network page. So you gotta look them. And you're in the mix of everybody else, so you might find something else super, super interesting. I will tell you, and I told Jenny this the other day. She's like, "You're a fan." And I'm like, "Yeah." Jason, who our listeners met in the live stream, and Sean Grugel have a podcast called Power Tripping Through the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. The 80s is my time. I love everything 80s. So that has been my company at work. That has been my company when I'm in the car. So if you like all things 80s, and they talk about everything from toys to movies to different like actors and like action movies and things like that. So if you're into that, check them out because it's fucking awesome. Like I was telling Jenny the other day, I'm like, I just love them. And they're banter back and forth. What?
I'm sorry, it's just you're glitching, but it's saying we both have 99%.
Yeah, it's because it's doing that as we're recording. It only does that while we're in record mode. But yeah, so check them out. And when I tell you I've only had a few sips of coffee, it is in my pretty new mug.
The Creepy Soup. And I'm going to be getting a tumbler.
My tumbler should be arriving today.
Nice.
So when we were texting earlier, and I was like, okay, do I want to show off the coffee cup or the tumbler? Because if we do it after work, I'll show off the tumbler. If we do it before work, so yeah, we're doing it before I go to work. So if you want that cup or any of the other Creepy Soup or other PFC network shows, You can find it at the pfcstore.printify.me.
That's a mouthful. Good job.
Thankfully, it's such an easy little link to spit out, because otherwise I would have to connect it with our show notes, which I may have last time. I don't know. At least the show notes on YouTube, because Jason does all the show notes for the audio podcast. But yeah, I could go crazy. I want one of everything. I definitely want the words are hard shirt. Apparently now names are hard. Like, what the fuck?
Names have always been hard. Where have you been?
I have never said I was Jenny ever in my life until today.
Okay, that's fair. However,
Okay, so our next merch idea is one of them, hello, my name is stickers.
we definitely need one of those, but like it's got to be wrong answers only.
Yeah. Fill in your own name, I guess, maybe. It changes after every wash or shit. Just have it dry erased. You could change it throughout the day. Fuck.
True. Little
In
flap and you can
102
switch it.
In 102 episodes, I've never done that. But as I was saying my name, I was looking at yours under. That's fucking wonderful. Okay.
You know what though? I do random things like that at work all the time. Like I will be reading this set of numbers and I'm looking at this set of numbers. And yeah, I'll start out good and then boom, I'm over here. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good about that. I have never done that before. So,
That was a great start.
no,
Love
I
it.
can say that I have. Like, what the fuck? I've never. Okay, let's just fucking move on.
To be fair, we're in the season of what the fuck. So I mean,
Yes. So how are you?
peachy.
Oh, I can't stop laughing. I'm gonna be doing this all fucking day. I can see it now. And
Of all the times that we've done this in the 101 episodes, I think that has got to be one of the best peaches I've ever given.
yeah. Oh shit, that was something. So how's your week been?
My week's been pretty good. Little man finished school yesterday, and he had his school picnic. And so, yeah, we went to that, and he had a good time, got to play with some of his friends. One of the kids from last year remembers me and came up and was talking to me and stuff. So that was cute. And I'm pretty sure that one of our local policeman's daughters has a crush on him.
Oh, but watch out, Daddy got guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
We'll talk later. But
But
is he
it
glad
was
to be
so,
done with school?
he is. It was cute though, because, like we were standing in the line to get the food and like she was standing next to him and all of a sudden they're just bumping off each other. It was so cute and he noticed it too and he was kind of chuckling under his breath too. So it was funny.
It's cute. Crushes at that age, and I know people say, "Oh, you shouldn't allow it." You know what? You can't tell me that in first grade, second grade, you didn't have a crush on somebody. Because yes, the fuck you did. I'm not gonna name names, but I can give you my kindergarten crush. I don't think I had one in first grade, but I did have one in second through sixth grade.
Yeah, fair. I mean, it's a natural thing.
Yeah. So, but I think crushes that age are really cute. Like, I can remember Judy having this. He was so fucking adorable. I can still picture his little face, and he had fallen when he was like first got his adult permanent teeth after he lost the baby, and he fell. I want to say it was in a tub, and it knocked out his front teeth. So he was just so freaking cute. His name was Travis, and we used to have him over for dinner, and they would have Judy over for dinner. It was just adorable. And then one day they just quit talking. Don't know what happened, but that was adorable.
That is it.
Yeah. So I've had a crazy week at work, and I've only been at work 2 days so far. So, the first day, and Jenny and I were, kind of messaging back and forth about it because it was really weird, and I had to say something to somebody, and who better than my co-host for the Creepy Suit podcast to be like, this is fucking happening. So all day I had felt like somebody, okay, I'm in a little backspace, kind of mostly by myself, and so it's not like there's a lot of cause for anyone to walk in my area or anything like that. I have the one area where I load up a rack for somebody else, but they are on the other side of the rack. We're not like shoulder to shoulder at any point. All day long I felt like somebody was with me, not in oh, I'm scared shitless kind of way, but it felt like when I'm training somebody on my job, I always tell them, like, just watch what I'm doing for a little bit and then jump in where you're comfortable. I know the job, so it's going to get done either way. You jump in where you're comfortable and we'll work from there. So that's kind of what it felt like. Like I had someone shadowing me watching my job. And then at one point, one of my drivers that delivered my parts had asked me a question, so I paused the power tripping through the 80s and I listened. And sometimes I don't know what's wrong with me, but sometimes I don't remember to like unpause it and start listening again until I realize I'm bored. Well, I was in one of the paused states, and it was like somebody did like that loud, like, I need your attention whistle, like right here, right in my ear, in my right ear. And I looked around because sometimes the person covering my team leader will make a noise because he knows I scare very easy, and he doesn't want me to shit myself on the job because then I'm going home and he's covering me the rest of the night.
That's so nice of him, because I'm the person who will totally scare the shit out of you.
Yeah, well, that turned me into a panic attack. So, and I've come to the realization, because people think it's funny to do that, I don't find it. I grew up with brothers that did that shit to me, so I'm jumpy for everything.
My brothers did
life.
it too.
I don't like someone coming up behind me and scaring me. It pisses me off, and I have been recently known to like swing on people. So I don't recommend it. But anyway, he normally lets me know. So I turn around thinking he's coming. He's not there. The driver is nowhere near me. I look across the line to other people. No one is walking away because it was right in my ear.
Do you have a piece of old furniture or family heirloom that has seen its best days and you're looking to revitalize it in a fun and unique way? Let me tell you about our friends at First and Spring Designs, located in Hadley, Michigan. Andrea Bridges has used her talents and unique eye for art to bring back to life various articles of furniture in a way few realize was a possibility. Instead of throwing away that old table or chair, contact Andrea to see what they can do to restore life into that piece. And if you're in the market for a unique piece to add to your home, Andrea has several pieces of furniture that are done and ready for purchase. You can see some of these items on sale right now at the Barnhouse Vintage in Swartz Creek. See what kind of magic Andrea can add to your home with reimagined vintage furniture restoration. Look for First and Spring Designs on Facebook or send an email to andreagrace2015@outlook.com. First and Spring Designs, unique restoration of yesterday's treasures.
I had something come up and I had to stop recording, but we're back. Essentially the same. A little more shenanigans in between, but Jill, finish your story.
Okay. So, thank you. Welcome back. Glad to be back. For you, it's only been like a split second for those watching. For us, it's been 13 hours.
As I say, the rest of our days.
Yeah, so I was talking about how I heard the loud whistle in my ear. Nobody was around. And of course I had been smelling that smell, which we all know now what that smell means. And so yesterday I was at work, minding my own business, doing my job, and she's not my driver, but she drives by my area all the time. She takes the empties and brings back full racks, and then my driver brings those to me. It's a process. But she pulls up to me and she said, "Was Raj your driver? Were you over here before, she left?" She had retired, and she didn't tell anybody she was retiring. She always said, "No one's going to know. I'm just not going to show up. You'll know I'm retired." And her last night, she went around giving everyone hugs and kisses and saying, "It's been a pleasure working with you." And that devastated me, because I'm no notice. Well, I was informed that she passed away on Monday, which was the day that all of the stuff happened, where I felt like I was being followed around and the whistle and everything. And it kind of made sense at that point. But it was really sad. She finally got to retire, and little more than 2 months later, she's gone.
It's
Yeah, I feel bad for her family. She came from one of the plants in Ohio, and we actually worked on the same team for a while. And then she started driving parts around. And, like I said, she retired doing that. And yeah, it's just sad. Her family finally got her back, because she just went back to Ohio, and it's sad. It sucks.
Yeah, it does. It makes me glad I pushed my supervisor to retire at 70 plus years old. She was thinking about holding out another year. She had already been holding out for multiple years before I joined in my department. And yeah, she had been saying it every year that I was in there. And so after 3 years, she finally did last year. So,
Yeah.
And imagine if she'd have stayed another year.
Yeah. To me, it's so sad that you work all your life to get to retirement, and then you have all these plans, and then boom. And I don't know what happened. One person, and of course, you hear different things, and I don't know if I don't even know if she had a Facebook. I would assume maybe. I did, however, get her into Temu.
Oops.
Yeah, my bad. Well, because I would wear them earrings, and she'd be like, "Oh, those are cute. Where'd you get them?" Temu. And then I wore in fact, I think it was the capris I'm wearing right now. She's like, "Oh, those are really nice. Where'd you get?" Temu. Yeah. I know I shouldn't, but God, I love me some Temu.
You know what? I have a story to tell in relation to Temu and Amazon. And I'm not going to say it's what happens, but let's just say it's a little sketchy. Okay?
Mhm.
You can go on Temu and find an item for $10, under $10. Go on Amazon and find that same item for literally twice as much.
Mhm.
I checked it with multiple items.
Now, there is something that I seen. It was like one of those, oh, look at these great Amazon finds. And one was, okay, if anyone who knows me knows, every weekend I have to go shopping to get stuff to eat throughout the week and, other miscellaneous shit. And I use the Scan and Go. And then when you check out, you scan it on the register, like a self-checkout register, and then you can go ahead and bag your items. Or if I don't have a whole lot, I just carry it out, and I always carry some bags in my car. Where these are carts that have like totes that you can take out and then fold up the cart and put it in your trunk. So I looked that up on Amazon, and they're like over $200. And I was like, fuck that, I'm going to check Temu. And they're right up there. They're maybe a $20 difference.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And my thought is, for
Yeah.
that $20, I'll get it quicker on Amazon. So I'm not going to buy it. But what I did, I bought one of the foldable wagons. That'll be here tomorrow. Speaking of deliveries.
Yes, earlier when we recorded, Jill showed the coffee cup, and now we have the tumbler. And what is that site again?
Hmm?
What's the name of the site again?
It is pfcstore.printify.me.
So go get your tumbler and your coffee cup, and you know what? If you get a coffee cup, there's even freaking coffee. How cool is that?
Yep. Yeah, scroll through, because the other podcasts on the network, they all have merch, and some of them have coffee. And Jason, I love coffee, Jason. So yeah, I love it. It feels exactly like I have a Yeti that looks just like this without the awesomeness on it. It feels just like it. This is 20 ounces. Straw didn't come with it. Don't get mad if you order one and don't get the straw. This is my straw.
It does have the slidey lid, though.
Yep, it's got the sliding lid. I fucking love it. It may even go to work with me tomorrow with some coffee in it. I don't know.
Nice.
So yeah,
That's awesome. I can't wait.
I know. I will be doing some more shopping, but first I have to weed through T-shirts that I have, because there are a couple shirts I want to get. I could 3 right off the top. The Words Are Hard, the We Love Dan, and probably one with the logo on it. Maybe the peachy one. I don't know. So yep, that's that.
Nothing really new in my world. Just more chaos.
Yeah, nothing really new with me. Yeah, I mean today was a day. It was a long day. I mean, there a lot of people. it's not even worth it. But one of my coworkers that was on a stress leave was back, and I never thought I would say it, but I was very happy to see him today.
Okay. All right.
Just mainly because he's the one that does the one job, and other people that were doing it were really doing it in a way that screwed me over. So I was very happy to see him. Very happy to
Gotcha.
see him. So
Nice. Well, I'm glad he's off of his leave and he's feeling better and things run smoothly for you.
yeah. So let's jump into this awesome little story that I have for you today. And this one, because normally I go ahead and I do Michigan cases. Well, this time I'm jumping over to
I
where are
went to
you?
Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're in Wisconsin today. How far away from you? How far away is Madison from you?
4 hours.
Okay, so it's not necessarily in your neck of the woods, but you know. And
Technically, it's considered close. Like it's one of the major outlying cities nearest to me.
okay, this one, about I would say about a month ago, maybe. My husband started sending me links for different stories. You should cover this. You should cover this. So I said, if I cover it, you're going to watch it because he doesn't watch.
I got a funny story for you. So you mentioned that he started sending you links. My husband started reading real ghost stories so that he can tell me what books he finds and tells me the stories.
Nice. Yeah, so he started doing this, and I'm like, who doesn't love a supportive husband?
Yeah.
And he does. He's out in the kitchen right now, and he's being quiet because he knows we're in here recording.
Good job, Roy.
I know, he's so awesome. So he sent me this one, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna cut because he has sent me a few now, and some of them I'm like, not really a lot of information, and this one doesn't really have like a whole lot of information, but it's interesting and definitely interesting enough where I felt. And my son, like, he showed me one day. He was like, "Are you gonna cover this?" And it's ongoing, so I think.
Oh,
Maybe the guy was just recently sentenced, but it is a doozy. So that one's going to be a fun one to cover. So we are taking this little trip to Madison. So in September of 1989, Good and Loud Music Store's owner. Most of the information comes from an article from the Miami Herald, of all places. That's actually the link he sent me was the Miami Herald. And then I think I got some of my information from fandom.com, but I don't know because I didn't get to finish my notes. And I will have to be looking at the article for some of it. Okay, so we're going back to September 1989. Good and Loud Music Store's owners were having a faulty boiler removed. And this is when a gruesome discovery was made. Big shocker, right? Who didn't see that coming? So one of the crewmen happened to look down into a pipe that led to a chimney, and they saw a human skull at the other end. So upon further inspection, there was a complete skeleton. And some of the characteristics of the skeleton included they had like 4-inch long brown hair, appeared to be slim build, have a slim build. Jesus, words are hard. A visible overbite and a narrow nose. The
Writing is
bones,
hard too.
yeah, right. You know, it's not sloppy handwriting. It's not. Just sometimes words are hard. The bones of the pelvic area had been broken, possibly from a fall or someone stomping on them, maybe. Authorities figured the victim either entered the chimney on accident, which there's a lot of places I end up not on purpose, but a chimney I don't think is going to be one of them.
To be fair, I've ended up in a lot of weird places. I
I end up
don't
at
know
work every
that
day.
right. I don't know that I've ever ended up in a chimney. However, if I ever came across a chimney that I could stand in, you can guarantee I stood in it.
Now, I do know there's been a couple of very popular cases. One was just a couple years ago, that little boy Harley Dilly,
Hmm.
that he had been missing, and the parents looked very suspicious. And then he was found in an abandoned house in the chimney. And then I don't remember exactly when, but there was another kid that went missing that his body was found in a chimney. My
Here's
question
my ass as a kid willingly going in it.
I mean, I don't understand. I guess maybe if it's an abandoned house and that's your way in and out. But damn, once you're in, unlock a door or a window.
Right. That is what most criminals will say. I mean, if you're going down the chimney and you have to open the door and window, you're a criminal. You know,
Yeah.
most would do that. They wouldn't continue to use the chimney. And I think even oh, what are they called? Those people that hide in like their attics and crawl spaces and stuff and live in the house as other people live in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet even those people don't do that.
Mm-mm. That is just not a place for me. It's just, mm-mm. I'm claustrophobic. So, and then like, I watched a thing where they had like the diagram of how he was found, and I can't breathe just like thinking about it because, oh my God. Yep. Nope. Okay. Let's move on. So the victim either entered the chimney on accident or was stuffed in there by their killer. The only belongings found on the victim was a pocket comb and a butter knife, which is really odd.
Not necessarily, because you can use a butter knife to open some of the latch windows that are from back then. Also, can be used to pop open doors that have locks, like the deadbolts. You can slide it in between, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna be quiet now.
yeah, I look, a butter knife is just a weird thing if you're just carrying it on the regular.
If you're a squatter and you're frequently breaking into people's houses, and you need a way to get in that is quick, easy, and quiet, butter knife is a pretty good tool.
Yeah. Okay, why is this not loading? It's pissing me off. Because I have to. Sorry. It's pissing me off. Because what happens is Roy had sent me this a while back, and it got lost in our many messages since then, so I had to resend it to myself. I have
And you lost it?
a whole conversation thread with myself of just random things, very, very random things. Okay, it's not. I don't know if it's gonna let me read the fucking article now. Son of a bitch. It might take me a minute because I can. It's like blurred out because if it's telling me I gotta subscribe, I'm not subscribing to shit. I've got enough subscriptions. Okay, so clothing and accessories that were found on the worn by the victim were. Now this, I picture it, and first of all, the layers is crazy. So a paisley print sleeveless dress and matching belt. A long sleeved button down shirt. It doesn't say what color. A black blouse. A white stag sweater, size medium. Low heeled pointed shoes. Socks. And a necklace with a German Iron Cross medallion. And that's where my fucking notes on, because I am on some shit. Now look, I started these notes the same day we did our live, thinking I'm going to get ahead of the game. I knew your story was going to be the next one. I'm like, I'm going to have this done. But we've met me, so we know that wasn't going to happen. So, okay, I gotta try and find a different article because I cannot read all that shit. That's not happening today.
So to me, those layers sounds like fall.
Yes, but that's a lot of layers. That's a dress, 2 shirts, 2 like blouses, plus a sweater.
My guess, it started out as a blouse underneath the dress. And, then you have the dress and then another blouse over top because she was cold, but then was still cold and put on a sweater.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize this because I'm gonna start screen sharing.
Or even like maybe she ran out of the house or something real quick, was running to get something and threw on the sweater. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I am so unorganized. I'm sorry.
It's alright. It's still the learning curve. We're only on episode 3.
Right. Okay, so... Okay, so this... Whoops. That is... the... Oh, great, now I have to get back to the thing. So this is the composite of the victim.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got that. So I'm going to stop sharing just for a moment so I can get back to the screen. So it really doesn't... Okay, so this is a different article, so give me a second. And this is from People. So I gotta look and see what... Okay, so, yeah, third, I'm so sorry. I did not realize that I wasn't going to be able to, so the autopsy that they did on the skeletal remains revealed that the remains were those of a white male, age 18 to 35, and roughly 5 feet 7 inches tall. And I guess maybe this is a good month to do this one, I guess. I guess it worked out just that way. So because for years and years and years, this happened in 89, and it wasn't until I believe just last month when the victim was finally identified.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And we will, so his DNA was sent to the DNA Doe Project, which aids law enforcement and forensic in identifying unidentified victims, I guess. So it says that the organization found that Kirk had been adopted, or the victim had been adopted, and it presented a unique challenge in tracing family connections. So basically, I mean, this isn't really a long story, but it was interesting in the fact that it took so long to identify him. And basically kind of what they come to is if he got on there on his own and it was an accident, then it was an accident. But because once they did the autopsy and they have an actual idea of the victim now, that maybe he was, I don't want to say transgender, but like a cross-dresser, wearing the women's clothes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so maybe he was the target of like a hate crime, is kind of what the assumption in the other article that I read that I can no longer read.
To be fair, based on what you told me, that's what it sounds like to me. And that really breaks my heart.
Yeah, it's really sad. So now,
Because, I mean, like, I was 6 years old at the time when this happened. So, I remember being a kid, and we actually had a person within the community who was a male who wore dresses, did the hair, the nails, the makeup, the whole works. But, was male. But nobody, he was pretty much left alone. He did his thing. He actually delivered mail. And nobody, had a problem with him as far as I know. If they did, they kept it to themselves, I believe, or rather, I would hope. But yeah, I mean, that really breaks my heart because that's really close to home. And, knowing that time and having a similar situation and how very different it was.
yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to show a picture of the victim. Can you see him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's like a picture of the actual skull. And I mean, I guess, and I don't know, that one to me looks more like a cartoon character. But his name, apparently he disappeared in 1970. So for 19 years. Now here's my question. Because I got some. How did that not smell? How did nobody know before 1989 that there was something in the chimney?
That's where you gotta investigate further and discover who owned the building at the time and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah. Like, was it a record store or a music store? I don't know. But,
where did this guy live in relation to this place?
Right. Was he from there? So, I mean, there's not really a shit ton of information about it. To me, it was just interesting that it took 35 years.
Over.
Yeah. No, it was about 35.
if he disappeared in 70, it's over 40 years.
Yeah,
So I
but
was
they
born in
found
83.
him in '89. So yeah, he was missing for longer than that. But once they found his body, it was the ID. And my assumption is they originally thought it was a woman based on the clothing.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
to
get
be fair, I mean, I think most would, you know.
right. Well, even you said her.
Well, you were saying dress and all
Yeah,
of that, you know. I mean, to me, that says a woman.
yeah. But yep, autopsy revealed it was a male, and I'm not sure. Shit. Oh, he was originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Um, and that his last known ties were in Madison. So,
Sketchy.
yeah. It's a little crazy. It is one that I would kind of like to follow to see if anything good pops up, or like, I don't know, maybe.
I'm curious as well. However, since you said that they only just figured out his identity last month, it's likely that they're still working the investigation. And considering how long ago it was, it could take some time.
Yeah. Well, you figure that's what, 53 years ago? 54? 54 years
There's
ago?
been some fires.
Yeah. So my guess is if it was a murder, the perpetrator is probably no longer alive. Or
I
maybe
would
just,
say there's a possibility.
I mean, there's possibility they're still alive, but
Unlikely, but possible.
yeah. Maybe a deathbed confession now that he's been identified.
That's possible.
I mean, I
It would
don't
be
know.
nice.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, with this being, I mean, not really a whole lot of information, just a little bit of the background as far as how he was found, what he was wearing, and had that fucking butter knife. I can't get past the butter knife.
You know what? Considering the time, you never know.
Right?
You never
Yeah.
know. And
Yeah.
now, also at the time, if I'm not mistaken, I forget what year, and actually, I don't even know that this law is lifted. But there was like a whole big butter thing in the state of Wisconsin. And like between butter and margarine, I don't know, but like, yeah, certain areas you don't use margarine. Hi,
Okay.
welcome to my weird fucking state.
I mean, I know there's supposed to be certain times you use butter and margarine, and even, oh God, what's the one my mom, oleo?
Mhm.
That's actually a word I haven't heard in so long.
Yep, I know what oleo is.
Oh yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
heard it in so long because
yeah. It's in a book. There's a weird law in Wisconsin in regards to margarine and butter, and like the sale of it and the purchase of it. I'm not kidding. I'm serious. If you're curious, look it up. I swear there is a butter law in Wisconsin.
you know there. I can't remember if it was a book or a TV show about, or maybe it was like a blog or something about weird laws that are still in the books but no longer like followed.
Hmm.
Like some crazy ones. We should do that. Maybe a bonus episode one of these
That
times.
would be fun.
If Jason's up for dealing with the bonus episode, we
You
could
know
do the
what we
weird.
could do? We could use that for a TikTok live.
Yes.
So for those of you who are watching or listening and you don't follow us over on TikTok, come check out Gravy.Soup on TikTok. And we post announcements and other little shenanigans. And I'm working on getting this other one over here into more shenanigans on TikTok.
Yeah, I have a TikTok, and I will watch the fuck out of some TikToks.
But she's not in them. We want to get her in them.
So listen. Everyone that knows me or has listened for any amount of time knows I like to shop. And lately it's been the TikTok shop that has really got me. I got some things. I got some things.
How many packages do you have for me?
I have 4. Plus some Amazon.
I got one. One package, 5 things.
Well, I don't know how many packages it'll be in, but I'm expecting 4 items from TikTok. Yeah. One of them I'm really excited for is that like water flosser thing. I'm really excited for that.
Yep, no. See me, like I've been super, super tempted to get the split end trimmer. I've been tempted to get the neck firmer light thing.
Oh, that like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been tempted to get that because working on my gobbler. Do you like it?
Yeah, when I remember to use it, and I need to charge it. It hasn't, because it's rechargeable.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep forgetting to do it until I go to use it, and I'm like, well, I can't charge it now. I'm getting ready to go to work, and then by the time I get home, I've forgotten.
I understand. I have that problem as well.
I really feel I need to be tested for ADHD.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but yes.
I really, yep.
Yep. I'm sorry. You squirrel hard.
Oh my God. I squirrel harder than a fucking squirrel does.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's 100% accurate. And they do say that like one, I don't want to say symptom, but something people, and maybe I'm wrong, but shopping, like compulsive buying,
Mm-hmm.
that's 100% me. The one thing I ordered, you know what? We're all adults, hopefully. One of the things I got is like boob serum. Do I need it? No. But it smells like pineapple.
I got lotion that smells like pineapple and it was probably cheaper.
This was only $8.
My lotion was $4.
I don't know. We'll see though. Like, I don't know. I feel every day I feel like I have to buy something, and it drives my husband insane.
I understand. I would like to buy something every day.
Sometimes
I can't afford to buy something every day.
Yeah, to me, it what drives me nuts is how many unopened packages I have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem.
That's not good.
Well, okay, in my defense, it's usually something I don't want my husband to see yet.
Okay, fair.
And then I'll wait
That I can
until
understand.
and then I'll wait until he goes, oh shit, and he's supposed to be watching this one.
Oops, you ousted yourself. At least you didn't say what they are, so you can still surprise him.
Yeah, there's surprises for you, babe. Oops. He'll forget he's supposed to watch it, and I'm not going to push it now. It's okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, that's my whole point. I think I need to be tested for ADHD. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I would say
guess on that note,
probably a good idea.
yeah. But I guess on that note, so Jenny mentioned the Creepy Soup TikTok. And I believe last week's show notes, I did put the link for that. I think I did in the show notes. See, this is where the squirrel comes in. I'm going to look at that
memory comes in.
Yeah, I'm going to look at that real quick because I'm pretty sure I did. I'm trying to get better at putting links in the show notes that I'm supposed to. But I do believe that I did, and I think I also put in
It's kind of funny you suffer from ADHD. Ooh, shiny. And I suffer from CRS. Can't remember shit.
oh shit. Man, I got that too. Fuck. If you can hear it in the background, I'm really sorry. Yep, I tagged the PFC network, of course, our email, which is always in there. But yep, I do have the Creepy Soup TikTok. I should probably add the Creepy Soup Facebook page.
Yes, come on over to the Book of Faces because our moderator, Dan the Man, does an amazing job of posting great stories, historical stuff, science stuff, funny stuff. It's all there. Come check it out.
Yep. Trying to think. I think that's about all. So Facebook, TikTok.
Still working on Instagram.
Yeah. See, I have Instagram. I can't even remember the last thing I posted on Instagram. I thought about posting Gary Allen pictures, but I forget.
See, and for me, it's a fun shuffle because I shuffle through. I go to Messenger, then Instagram, and then I go to the Book of Faces, mine, and then Creepy Soup, and then I go to TikTok, mine, and then the Creepy Soup. And then I also post for another group. So, yeah. But that one happens on my Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't been on Facebook all day. I forgot what I was gonna fucking look at. I don't know. Shit.
Hello, squirrel.
Yeah, last thing I posted on my Facebook was a thing that Dr. Pepper is now the #2 brand of pop in the U.S.
Oh, nice.
That's what's in here.
I can't remember the last thing I posted on my own Facebook.
Yeah, you don't post a lot.
I don't. I post for other people. I post in other places because I am not a fan of the Book of Faces because I want to know who's looking at my shit. Because I have weird people who like to stalk me to use information against me. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, see, and I haven't even been getting anything because I have Dan's posted some stuff that I haven't even seen yet. So sorry, Dan, I'm not ignoring you. I just haven't seen it because I haven't really been on here, so I haven't.
I'm really bad about liking the stuff on Facebook. I'm better about liking the stuff on TikTok. Kind of bad about liking it on Instagram. Horrible on Facebook. YouTube, I'm horrible about liking stuff as well. And also, I don't post on my YouTube. Well, voice just went poof. Fuck you, I'm gone.
So I guess follow all of our socials. I will have them linked. I know on the Facebook page we have posted the TikTok.
To be fair, my personal TikTok is makeup shit. If you don't follow my personal, it's fine. I got you.
And I really don't. I can't tell you the last time I posted a TikTok.
I posted today, but I did a really cool look last night.
Oh my God, she did.
It was this half is all dots, like polka dot, because it is a pop art of a pride look. So this part is the dots, and I have a spider web going across my eye. This part is a spider web, and within the web is the different colors of the rainbow. However, I forgot my little pop piece, which was a sticker, and I was going to put it on my finger.
That was it. No, she sent me that last night while I was sleeping. And of course, you got the drop down thing. And I'm like, holy fuck, that is amazing. I can barely do my regular makeup. And Jenny does shit like that. Like, what? Yeah.
Yeah. It really blew away the leader of my group. I refer to her as Makeup Mama, Lizette from Lizette's Beauty World. So almost all of the products that I use to do the look are hers.
Mm-hmm.
And she has these really cool paint sticks. So it's like a stick and you just roll it up like a deodorant. And so I just use a paintbrush and, get some on the brush and bloop.
Yeah. You with the makeup, my nail girl with the nail stuff that she does. Like, I mean, right now they're pretty simple. They're just ombre. But she has done some very detailed, very, very detailed stuff. And she does it all by hand with little brushes. And it's...
See, and that I can't do. There are girls who can do that on their face. And it's like, what? How?
Yeah, I can't even... Oh, excuse me. I can't even draw a stick figure and have it look like a stick figure. I have zero artistic talent. I can't draw shit.
See, to draw it, I can't do shit. However, you want me to shade it? I got you. I can shade the shit out of it.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I have zero artistic talent, but we got this one. That, like I said, he was 10, maybe 9, maybe I don't remember exactly when he did it, but I could never do that. So
it would take me a while and a couple of tries.
Yeah, no, not me. No thanks. So on that note, follow our socials. Hope you have a great day, and that's if you haven't left us already.
Yeah. And also, if you do come follow me, let me know. You followed me from the podcast. And I'll give you a special shout out.
Yeah. All right. So on that note,
see you next time.